A fire intentionally set at an abandoned high-rise building in New Orleans renews calls for action.
WDSU Investigates has done extensive reporting on the Plaza Tower, the city's oldest skyscraper, and now a recent fire inside the building is causing new concerns.
And WDSU investigator Travis Mackel digs deeper into how one expert says a fire in an abandoned high-rise could pose a real danger for firefighters, people, and nearby businesses.
The drinks are served and the food is ready at Otra Vez in the CBD, a hot spot that sits in the shadow of a longtime eyesore.
You have a beautiful skyline and I look out and I just see that.
He's talking about the 44-story Plaza Tower, abandoned for almost 20 years and a problem that's been at the center of several WDSU investigations. Days after our stories aired last May on the crumbling conditions, a piece of debris fell from the top of the skyscraper and closed blocks of city streets for months. But that's not the only issue.
It attracts homeless people.
And that, apparently, led to the most recent problem at Plaza. A fire on January 8th that quickly rose to the level where multiple departments had to respond. These pictures, obtained from NOFD by WDSU Investigates, show inside Plaza Tower the day of the fire. Burned walls, charred debris, and damage done to the interior of the infamous structure.
I was here the night that the fire department came in to respond to the fire, and it completely stopped the business.
It took dozens of firefighters almost half an hour to give the all clear. WDSU Investigates got a copy of NOFD's follow-up report. It says the fire was intentionally set, and the department called for an arson investigator that morning. None was available, so there was no arson investigation.
But there's been fires before in commercial buildings that have been abandoned in the city while I was an investigator here, yeah.
Harry Mendoza is a former arson investigator with the New Orleans Police Department. He says fires in abandoned skyscrapers, like the Plaza Tower, can be the most problematic to fight and dangerous.
This building has no lights that I can see usually at nighttime. A nighttime fire here may not be detected very early because of the fact that, again, the location and the fact that the fire may be enclosed where you won't see it from the outside. Smoke buildup in the building would be the biggest concern I'd have for human life at that point. But the firefighter's biggest problem here, of course, is having a plan to be able to get into the building to fight the fire.
And nearby business owners are concerned.
Not only could it get over here, but I mean the cars that are parked along the roadway, they could explode.
When the fire happened, we were here, we were actually closing, and we had customers that were trying to get to their cars.
Salvador Marsante runs this hair and beauty bar 1 block away from Plaza.
With the fencing that's around the building, it doesn't stop people from going in, it deters them.
And fires in abandoned buildings have been problematic in the past. In 2016, a massive blaze broke out inside an empty building on Canal Street. Several other buildings were damaged. In 2010, 9 people died after a fire in an abandoned warehouse raged for hours. And in February of last year at Curran and Reed Boulevard, New Orleans East, flames damaged an abandoned building. All are believed to have been started by homeless people just trying to stay warm. It's an issue for Leslie Harris, the new councilwoman for this area.
It is one of the many concerns. I think that fire and safety, especially when our services are stretched so thin right now, that this building needs to be secured, and it needs to be secured by the owner.
And the owner is aware. As we've previously reported in past investigations, well-known real estate developer Joe Yeager owns the property. Here he is at the scene last spring when debris fell and injured a person passing by. At that time, he did put netting around the top of Plaza Tower to catch any falling debris. While he would not appear on camera for this investigation, Yeager did send a statement to WDSU. It reads, in part, "The fire did not do any damage. I believe it was a homeless person who was cold. Despite how you secure the building and any other unoccupied building, homeless will find a way in, and when the temperature drops, they will build a fire. Just impossible for a property owner to control. We try to discourage as best we can, but we are not that effective, even with security." People say, in light of this recent fire at the Plaza, The push for a more permanent solution is heating up.
Something needs to be done, and it needs to be done quickly.
For WDSU Investigates, I'm Travers Mackel.
And a lawyer for Mr. Yeager also sent us a letter claiming there are no flammable materials in the building. And we also received a written statement from the city saying this, quote, there are weekly meetings to discuss the netting and security situation with ownership, public safety, and infrastructure. There has been improvement in the security situation and fencing perimeter with no reported trespassing incidents since the fire. All netting has been repaired post-Ida as there was damage to the south rampart facing side from winds. Ownership has committed to having security guards on site through the end of Mardi Gras to discourage trespassing during potential times with more foot traffic in the area due to parades, end quote.